He's been through it. He nearly lost an officer and had to console his community over the loss of 6 innocent lives. You know the story. And today, Oak Creek's top cop met with President Obama.
That horrible experience is exactly what the president says he needs to hear about in his effort to end gun violence. Derica Williams spoke with Oak Creek's mayor, who's just back from a trip to the Capitol meeting with the president himself.
Behind closed doors at the White House, President Barack Obama met with police chiefs and sheriffs from major cities to talk about the gun violence.
I welcome this opportunity to work with them, to hear their views in terms of what would make the biggest difference to prevent something like Newtown or Oak Creek from happening again.
Oak Creek Police Chief John Edwards, who knows firsthand about the horrors of mass shootings, was among the group being addressed.
I also think they're asking him what his thoughts are.
Oak Creek Mayor Steve Scafidi recently gave his input in D.C. He says it's a tough debate that caused him to focus on his own initiatives.
Clearly, I think there's something we can do for registration, knowing who's buying guns. The biggest thing for me is, and it ties into what I talked to about mental health, making sure that people that shouldn't have guns don't have them. We need better record keeping for those individuals. And then the last thing, I think something everybody agrees on, whether you're from the NRA or wherever, is know how to use a gun effectively and correctly.
Obama says it's not just about the recent high-profile mass shootings, but the concern extends to day-to-day gun violence. Last week, he announced a legislative proposal that would include an assault weapons ban and a limit on high-capacity magazines, as well as universal background checks. It's already getting some opposition, but the president is hoping Monday's meeting will give him the support needed.
Hopefully, if law enforcement officials who are dealing with this stuff every single day can come to some basic consensus in terms of steps that we need to take, Congress is going to be paying attention to them and we'll be able to make progress.
Now, there's no denying that guns are falling into the wrong hands. Mayor Scafidi says he appreciates that the president has been holding these meetings and fact-gathering because he believes law enforcement's opinion plays a big role, and the only way to solve the problem is to research it. 10.
Derica, thank you very much. Breaking news from Milwaukee's